It's Wednesday night. It's time for the 100th episode of Super Geeked Up.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. My name is Jeff. Thank you for geeking out with us.
And I'm Nicole. You're watching Super Geeked Up, the live geeky pop culture show where we talk all things geeky, play really fun geeky games, and hang out with really awesome web series guests like tonight.
And I'm Tanya. You can follow along at Super Geeked Up on Twitter. Use the hashtag SGU. Tonight is our 100th episode, and we have an awesome show for you tonight, and we're really, really excited. So yeah, we've got some lovely guests from the Out With Dad web series. We're going to be talking about what movie scene we would like to be in. A favorite segment of ours is the character cage match. And we have a great new game, which we actually don't have a title for. It's called Untitled New Game, and we need people to find a name for it. We'll get to that later. And then we're going to talk about some of our favorite moments from Super Geeked Up.
We will.
Jeff?
Don't be fooled by that game name. It is really awesome. We have a very, actually, special guest, bonus guest next to me. I'm in Miami right now, so I'm live from Miami. For Miami Web Fest starts tomorrow. It's Thursday through Sunday. Sean Smith, who's been on our show before, is the marketing director, and he's letting me crash at his place. So thank you, Sean.
Woo! Yay!
That was really awkward. All right, let's
Thank
do
you.
this one. There we go. All right, and
Can you do that in slow-mo on the recording? Can you just like slow that down so we can...
Yeah, ready? Yeah.
Well done.
It's actually funnier if I just continue to move in slow motion.
And oh, look, we got our guests are doing some slow motion. Oh, it's very impressive, guys. Hey, Tanya, who are these characters that are here?
Well, these crazy people are the cast and creator from Out With Dad. Just so you know, a tiny little web series no one like has ever heard of at all. I'm kidding. It's one of the best web series in the world. I think it's probably one of the best known. I think. Can we safely say that?
Yes, it is the best web series in the world. Just say it's fine.
Hey, you know, I'm honest when I'm honest, you know, it's whatever. So we have Jason Lever in the middle there with two other girls.
Yeah.
He is the creator and writer in All Things Extraordinary with Out With Dad. We also have Kate Conway, who's doing a clapping game with Lindsay Middleton and Jason. They play Rose and Vanessa. And we also have... They've just completely gone crazy. And we also have the awesome Jonathan Robbins, who plays Nathan, who is a perennial guest on Super Geeked Up.
Wine.
Oh, wine, not scotch.
Nice.
It's not super scotch tempered anymore.
And Caitlin Medrick from Out With Dad will be joining us a little later as well.
Yeah, she's busy being an actress tonight.
So I'm going to say thank you, Out With Dad fans. I can already see this is our most live viewed episode ever already.
Woo! Yeah.
So thank you guys for watching. We, besides doing some fun geeky stuff, we're going to answer some of the most frequently asked Out With Dad questions. Well, we're not going to answer it. Those guys are going to answer it. I don't know the answers to these questions. And if you have a question as well, please tweet it live to us at Super Geeked Up. Use the hashtag SGU. All right. What do we? What's up first here? Oh, it's me. Okay, good. I don't know what's going on. All right. So we like to. So we'll talk a little bit more with the Out With Dad folks in a minute. But first, we like to do our geeky question of the week, and we're going to get their answers as well. Here's today's question: if you could pick a scene from any movie to be in, what scene would it be, and who would you play in it?
Ooh.
Ooh, yes, exactly. All right, so I see Jason and Lindsay thinking very contemplatively over there. So I'm going to start with Jonathan because Jonathan's always prepared.
This is a tough one. There's so many great scenes that would be awesome to say for so many different reasons, and so my mind goes to one that, because we're hypothesizing here that this could happen, we can also hypothesize that I could actually sing the role and I would want to be Ewan McGregor's character in the Elephant Love song from Moulin Rouge.
Oh.
Nice.
Nice.
Just be so much fun to be on that set and sing that music with Nicole Kidman. It would just, it would be the coolest ever.
That's
Very
a good
awesome.
one.
Very cool.
And you've been to the Moulin Rouge in Paris.
I've been to the real one. Yeah, it was dirty.
Me too.
Like actually dirty or just dirty?
They'll decide where you sit. You don't get tickets for a particular spot necessarily. They'll be like, we like you, we're going to put you here. And they put Rachel and I right in the front row. So my knees were touching the stage. And that was interesting, especially when the snake tank came up right next to me. Holy shit. Yeah, it's quite an experience. You definitely should go. I mean, it's not for everybody, but it's kind of something you just have to experience because it's so unique and it has so much history.
Jason, you have something to add?
Kate and I, we had just been hanging out with Jonathan in Marseille, France, and then he went off to Paris after. I think, am I saying the right order, Jonathan?
Yes, that's the next day. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. So you were off to Paris with Rachel, and I remember you texting me or sending me instant message or whatever, saying like, "We went to the Moulin Rouge. We were in the front row. Boobies." Boobies.
That sounds right.
It was. It was all caps. Boobies.
I love it.
Nice. Let me thank you, by the way, people are fans on Twitter already wishing us a happy 100th episode. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
And they're also
Thank you
saying
for watching live every week. I'm sorry, Tanya.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm also saying it's not fair that there's drinking without sharing.
Ha.
Oh,
All right. So,
no.
so Jason, what's your choice for scene you'd be in? Who'd you play?
Well, actually, you know, the one that came to mind, maybe it's because I was talking about this movie earlier tonight. Although I don't think it's a great Star Trek movie, it's a great science fiction movie, and that is Star Trek: The Motion Picture. And if I could, and a lot of my love for that film is because of Jerry Goldsmith's score. And we're talking about Douglas Trumbull, the visual effects artist, who we're talking about all these things. And one of the most beautiful scenes in that movie is it's when Spock does his spacewalk. The track on the CD is called Spock Walk, and he goes into V'ger and he's like just seeing all these other worlds and everything. I think that, you know, I mean, we don't know yet that that's a machine that he's looking at and that's creating all these images and everything. But what an amazing experience I think that would be. So if I could be in any scene, in any character, I would say I'd love to be Spock during the Spock Walk, provided, of course, it's scored by Jerry Goldsmith.
Very cool.
Not
Awesome.
specific at all.
Any Star Trek reference is excellent. Yeah, Tanya, you have some tweets, answers?
We do. Nicole, you'll like this one from Limited Release. He's saying Easy, the dojo's training scene in The Matrix with Morpheus.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
Nice. I love it.
And someone just said Lieutenant Pandas. He put himself in any bridge scene on any Star Trek movie ever. As long as it's on the bridge.
Yes. Well done.
I agree.
All right. Lindsay, what's your choice?
Oh my gosh. Okay. I was just talking about this yesterday with someone. It's one of my favorite scenes in a movie. It's in the movie No, it's not. That's not the movie at all. It's in My Best Friend's Wedding. One of my favorite movies. And they're on the bridge, on the boat, and they're dancing, and they're singing that song. And it's that moment where it's like, you should just kiss the guy, and she doesn't do it. And it's Julie Roberts. But I would just do it because I love that man. He is so beautiful. And I would just want to make out with, I don't even know his name, but he's amazing. So that scene. That scene.
That's a good one. For sure.
Beautiful man. Beautiful man.
Twitter will tell us.
Thank you. Twitter, someone tell me the beautiful man in My Best Friend's Wedding.
Oh, it's Dermot Mulroney.
Yeah. Him.
There we go.
Yeah. My
Right.
future husband, him. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Kate, what about you?
This will change day to day, but today It's I would want to be Lindsay Lohan in Mean Girls in any scene because I would be trying to impress Tina Fey, and instead of being a jerk off and going and partying in LA, I would be impressing her. And then, of course, my career would go, boom, because I've impressed Tina Fey. So I would take the wasted opportunities that Lohan had and fucking take it and do it right. So that's the role I want.
You wouldn't so much be a scene in a movie. You just would be Lindsay Lohan while filming Mean Girls.
I'd be any scene. I'll take any of it. It's all better, and I will show up on time and not complain about things. So that's already.
Not be on drugs.
That's important. But yeah, so that's today. Tomorrow I'll be like, I wish I was in that one episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark that no one knows.
Oh my god, I love that show.
You do. So yeah.
Wow. Cool.
Love you, Tanya. You're hearing me.
We have a couple of tweets coming in from Underground Badger. He's saying he wants to be in the opening scene of Goodfellas, the one amazing long shot. What else? 2 a.m. Bachelor is saying his real answer is the first view of the island in Jurassic Park. So I'm wondering if that's the first time they see the dinosaurs or when they first are flying in. I assume the dinosaurs, because that's an amazing moment in all film.
Great choice. And yeah, anybody, if you're watching, folks, please tweet in your own answers to these questions we're discussing at @SuperGeekedUp, #SGU. Are you guys singing Jurassic Park?
They are.
Yeah.
All right, that was the musical interlude by Jason, Kate, and Lindsay. Very nice. Jason loves playing names like Geeky too, and we do that on the show.
Wait, when we did that at was it Hollywood? Didn't you know like every like he was really good at that.
Yes, he was.
He was like incredible at that. He knew every single thing, and he did it like pitch perfect.
The only one that I.
Okay, they froze, so we'll keep going.
But he's incredible at that game. Just so
really good
everybody knows.
Yes, he was very good. So let's go to Sean here. Sean, what would your choice be for a scene and who you play?
I've been so quiet. I'm being well behaved.
I'm very surprised.
I'm proud of me. Okay, so my choice was simple. I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan. Huge.
Excellent.
And one of my favorite Kevin Smith movies is Chasing Amy.
Yes, best movie.
Now, being a completely warped human being, which I tend to be, Jeff, admit, I want to play the fight scene between Alyssa and Holden where they're fighting about her sexual dalliances back in high school. Because I think it'd be hilarious to play Alyssa.
What is this?
They're
what does that
having
mean?
All right, just keep going. Sorry, continue.
Because I told you the line before, I can't say it now, but the whole thing where they're fighting back and forth and Ben Affleck's character's being all freaked out about her sexual experiences, I love the scene. Actually, it spoke a lot to me when I was in college and how insecure I was about stuff. So that's too much opening up.
Okay. You're right?
I'm good, man.
So I'll go totally not like that at all. I'm going to choose The Empire Strikes Back, and the scene where I'll play Han Solo, where he's about to go into carbonite, but he has that scene with Leia, which obviously is like one of the most awesome ad-lib lines ever. And then he gets to kiss Leia, and then that'd be awesome and amazing. Then it would suck because I'd be frozen in carbonite, and that would really blow. But besides that, it'd be awesome.
Would you act the same way?
Would I what?
Would you go by that script or the original script?
Ha ha ha! Excellent question.
Oh wait, no, I'd say what Ford said. Harrison Ford said. Of course, come on. You cannot say that.
But added bonus about being frozen forever, you make a cool little keepsake for a whole bunch of souvenirs. So
Right.
You
I
can
make
live
a nice
on.
monument to Jabba's palace.
Exactly.
But then when I'm unfrozen, I get to see Leia in her metal bikini, so that's good. No, I don't, because I'm blind, actually. Never mind. Nope, that's not good.
You didn't play that scene, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's good. Thank you, Jonathan. All right, Tanya, what's your choice?
I mean, I don't know if this is cliche or not, but I kind of would do Harry Potter when he first finds out that he's a wizard and he holds the wand and it's like it opens up a whole world in his brain. Like that's such a lovely moment for a kid who's been abused and tormented for his entire life. I would probably do that as Harry.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm in love with you, Tanya. I'm in love with you.
I love you, Kate Conway.
I'm in love with you.
She's always
I'm in love
saying
with
that.
you.
She's always
I
saying
know.
Not the
Can't say it in front of her. Can't.
On Twitter, Matt E on Twitter says Harry or Lloyd from Dumber and Dumber. He would choose the last scene so he would go on the bus with the Tropic Girls. Sarah Pease, like me, she does the other way around. She says she would be Leia so she could kiss Harrison Ford.
That's fair.
Good compliment.
That's
to my
totally
choice.
fair.
Nicole, was your choice The Matrix?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I just try to think out of the box about it, and I kept coming back to the scene with Trinity, like in the beginning, and when she's fighting off all the police officers, and and then they're like, oh, we sent like 2 units up, or whatever, and like, well, they're already dead, and then I don't know. It's just really cool.
Your men are already dead. What?
You said. You missed it.
Nothing.
Nothing. Doesn't matter.
Like I missed something. I'm not sure.
Let's share some other tweets. Our buddy Yusuf Zine says he would be Luke Skywalker, where he stares out into the sunset on Tatooine. Such a beautiful scene. That is a good choice there. Alexander Martin says Tom Cruise, I gotcha moment in A Few Good Men in the courtroom scene. I think is what he's talking about, which is one of my favorite movies. So awesome choice.
Nice. Dezel is saying he's tempted to go with Love Actually, where Prime Minister David meets Natalie for the first time.
Oh, I love that movie so much.
I love that movie. That movie is a beautiful movie any time of the year. You should
I agree.
And watch right tomorrow. Just do it tomorrow.
Why would it not be good at a certain time of the year, though?
Because it's a Christmas movie.
It doesn't play.
Yeah.
Oh, well, all right, yeah.
I got your back. Don't worry.
October. I mean, come on, literally.
I like to watch it on Halloween.
Not enough hatchets.
You're right. There should have been more hatchets. That was my review of Love Actually when I saw it. Not enough hatchets. So.
It's so different watching it now, though. Now with The Walking Dead, because that whole thing is like you look at it in a different way now.
Yeah. That something is going to come from the side as he's trying to flip the cards or something and like grab him and take him away. Yeah.
Although that movie was written to be more of a science fiction, the Rowan Atkinson character, he was written to be like an angel that was actually in every storyline, and he went in and influenced all these things, and they ended up dropping that concept in post-production. Like they shot it that way. And they dropped it, and that's why at the like it makes sense that he's in the Alan Rickman story with as the clerk.
Buying the present.
Yeah, in the movie he just shows up out of nowhere at the airport and fixes it. So that's oh my God, it's Caitlin Medrick!
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to the show, Caitlin.
Thank you. Thanks for waiting for me.
Well, we've still been doing stuff. We haven't been doing nothing. So, hey, we were just in time.
Not surprised. There we go.
You're perfect timing because we were just about to wrap up our geeky question of the week, so now you can answer. Which was, if you could pick any scene from a movie to be in, what scene would it be and who would you want to play?
I would want to be in the T-Rex scene from Jurassic Park 1, where the T-Rex is attacking the truck, and then the Jeep goes over the cliff, and the kids are stuck in the truck that slips upside down, so definitely that one. Yeah, I'd want to be that girl.
Okay. I'm like, who in that
awesome.
scene?
That's actually probably the best scene in that movie. That's awesome choice.
Amazing. Amazing.
I think it would be the T-Rex, but...
Well, I would take that too. I would, 100%. Yes.
All right, cool. So, hey, Tanya, let's talk
Yeah.
a little bit about Out with Dad, because not a lot of Out with Dad fans are watching, but maybe some people watching haven't seen Out with Dad. I know it's hard to believe, but let's have them talk a little bit about it.
It's true. Mr. Jason, why don't you tell us a little bit about this, tiny little show you got going on? What's it about?
Out with Dad, it's for me, it's like 5 or 6 years old now. It's a teenage girl and her single father, and it takes place at a time when she's kind of coming of age, coming out of the closet, first to herself and eventually to Dad, and eventually to others. And so it's been we just launched last week our third season, and it's our best season, if I may say.
Fair.
And yeah, so anyway, and it's this show that's sort of like bigger than all of us involved, because it's really taken over in the hearts of many people around the world. And I mean, I already know someone from Italy is watching. From hello Nino.
Hi, Nino.
But there's so many people around the world that really love the show, and it really speaks to them because it's a subject matter that unfortunately isn't often portrayed in mainstream media, and that's one of the lovely things about web series. So we got to do that.
Very cool. And where can they watch the series?
Just go to outwithdad.com.
Very cool. Now I know we have some questions that fans have tweeted in and sent to you via Facebook. So we're going to get back to that in a second, because I know there's some burning questions that people want to ask you. But one thing that I wanted to know...
Tanya, before you get to that, can I just share? I got to share one tweet about our last topic here before you...
Sure. Go ahead, yeah.
So, again, Yusuf Zine, who is a fellow Torontonian, like these other guys are, he says to our last question about what scene, I'd be Gandalf in Lord of the Rings, and instead of saying, fly you fools, I'd say, take the fucking Eagles to Mordor.
That's a good one.
That's actually very smart.
If I ever get a chance to direct Lord of the Rings,
right. So my question for you, Jason, is like, what was your inspiration to write this thing?
Well,
Just start on this journey.
Well, I mean, like to make Out with Dad was a journey for us, but anyway, but the story of how it came to making it was I had this dream one night. It was actually a terrible dream. These guys have heard this, where my wife Natalie, in this dream, she was pregnant. She wasn't pregnant at the time, nor had we ever been, and she died during childbirth. And the next morning, like, I was really shaken by this dream. I mean, it was vivid. Like, it took place over like a month in dream space. And so the next day after that dream, I was on the way to a corporate video shoot, and I was the strange thing that would happen is I had a daughter in this dream, and her name was Rose, and I actually fell in love with her. Like, I kind of knew what it meant to be a father all of a sudden, and because you always hear about how, like, you don't know until you are. Well, I felt like I might actually know what that means, and so anyway, so all of a sudden Rose, who existed for a long time in my mind, even though it was only one night, but in dream space it was weeks and months. And all of a sudden she was gone, and I was mourning her loss in a way. So I started thinking about all the things I was like missing out on with her as a dad. And so one of those things though was like, while I was thinking about things like tying her shoelaces or her first day of kindergarten, all those things, I started thinking about when she's much older and like awkward things like when she has her first period. I'd have to like relearn all that stuff that I learned in history in health class, but
history class. That's an odd history class.
Your menstrual cycle and the minister of Parliament. Yeah. Anyway, but then one of the ideas came to me, like, what if she came out, and what if she faced all these other challenges that an out teenager would have to face, and that I, as a straight boy never had to face. And so I thought about these things. I was thinking about it as from the perspective of a father. And I just thought, when the idea of her not being allowed to bring her girlfriend to prom came to me, I sort of like got angry, and I was like, if I had my kid, I would like want to like fix him and yell, and I would want to make a big thing out of it. Okay, loud.
Caleb.
I got it. She's muted now.
And so we but that idea was funny to me. Like, it was just the notion that like a dad cared so much, but the daughter would rather just be like, let's just shut up about it and forget about it. And I just thought that was funny, and so I started writing. And lo and behold, now we've made the show. And if I may tack onto that story, that since I began and now today, I actually am a father now, and so it's so much of the show has taken on even greater meaning to me now, because I'm trying to, with the show, make a world. I'm hoping to help influence the world to be a better place, that if she wanted to come out or not, that maybe won't matter, So that's what the show's kind of become to me. And incidentally, that dream totally, like, I was right. You don't know what it's like to be a father until you're a father. It's pretty,
Nice. Nice.
So that's my story about that.
That's lovely. I didn't know that story. I learned something.
With the club.
What's your...
Robot Tanya.
Yes, it was Robot Tanya. Tanya, you were a robot.
Kate Conway, what do you do with the show? What's your role?
What's my role?
Yeah.
Hold on a second. People are getting up. They're moving.
Carry on.
Lindsay's doing gymnastics too. This is fun. My role in the show is I play the lead character. Her name is Rose, and she's based off of Jason's idea of a daughter with a single father. And her character type is she's a kind of a fly on the wall. She prefers to kind of fade into the background in public settings, but around the people that she loves, she is such a booming voice. She's a blossom. Jonathan will know what I'm talking about. Right now, there it is. She's just a powerhouse. Oh yes, she's a powerhouse, and not really out to change the world, but just kind of discovering who she is. She's very empowered by kind of the lessons that she learns, which is what I really like about her character. It's terrifying, and then she takes that one step forward, and she realizes that, taking those leaps are important in your life. You have to chase after your own happiness, and she's very driven for that. And she's got a very supportive father, played by Jonathan Robbins. So she's kind of got the thing that we're trying to inspire in people, is that, if you have love in your heart, if you have hope in your heart, you have this show in your heart, you have the tools that it means to just go after your own happiness, whatever that means. LGBT, whatever the hardships of your life are, Rose is inspiring you to just chase after your own happiness, because she's terrified of it, but she's going to get it. So.
I just want to cut in and say how amazing Kate is at playing this role, and there is a good reason that she was Streamy nominated for the performance, and ISA winning an
Jonathan, I love you. I love you so much.
And two-time ISA winner, don't forget.
Aren't you guys?
Mm-hmm. Jonathan, why don't you tell us about Nathan?
Well, I haven't always played Nathan. I mean, I was born, and there was several period of years in my life where I wasn't playing Nathan. So I haven't always played him. Will Conlon played Nathan in season 1 and 2, and played him very, very well. And I had, and Will couldn't continue with the show, and I had the opportunity to audition for the part and step in and play Nathan. And it was it was the most challenging role for me to ever play, to step into a role that had already been established by another actor and was so well loved, to step into that. And so I guess for me, Nathan is an inspiration. I was a fan of the show, and I was a fan of his character before even ever getting to play him. And I see him as kind of the ideal dad, but he's still flawed. He's by no means perfect. I mean, I think he is perfect for Rose, and they work really well together. But he preaches a lot of things that he knows is the right thing to do, and he wants Rose to be proud of herself, and he wants her to communicate everything, but he doesn't do it all himself. And he's got problems with his own relationships and things that he keeps from her. And so I think it's really the reason he's so relatable is that he is a truly three-dimensional character where you see the love and you see the things that you look up to, but he's very human and he makes mistakes along the way.
Nice. Lindsay, what do you like about being on Team Vanessa?
What do I like about being on Team Vanessa? Well...
Or just tell us about Vanessa.
Vanessa, she's had a rough go the last couple seasons, but at the same time, if you've seen season 3.3, you'll know that maybe things might look up. Who knows? Vanessa's track is unknown at the moment. But Vanessa has been amazing for me. I feel like there's lots of little pieces of me in her. And basically, her character, like Rose, not being represented on any kind of platform ever before. Vanessa's kind of like that too, whereas in season 3.3 it's kind of revealed that she likes boys and she also likes girls, so potentially maybe she doesn't have a label as well, but she's somewhere in that middle. And when I got to work with Jason on Vanessa's story and showcasing what it is like for a LGBTQ teen to live on the streets, that was probably the most rewarding thing that I've got to do with this show, because stories like that also aren't showcased on any sort of platform, so bringing that to light and to audience's attention just meant a lot to me to know that something like that is getting out there.
If I may add, though, one thing that Lindsay sort of left out is that, we sort of did a spin-off series called Vanessa's Story because her story just didn't quite fit in the Out With Dad world for a little while, so we decided to make a whole other series out of it. But I didn't know if I could just shoot it at the same time, with all the attention I have with Dad. So Lindsay stepped up as producer and produced the fuck out of it. And so not only is she the star of Vanessa's Story, but she's also the producer of Vanessa's Story. So she leaves that part out because I think she's just being modest.
You need to put that exact wording on your resume. Produce the fuck out of Vanessa's Story. Caitlin.
So hang on, Caitlin, I had to mute Caitlin because she had a lot of background noise. Now, unfortunately, Google Hangout does not let me unmute people because it's stupid. So Caitlin, if you could touch your screen and see a microphone, try to unmute yourself. If not, you're going to have to leave it and come back into the Hangout. I'm sorry.
They're going to let you do it. I see her.
All right, we'll come back to her.
We'll come back to her. Nicole, why don't you tell us about Progress?
Sure. I work on a show called Progress. It's about a steam-powered internet in the Victorian era and Jack the Ripper's on the loose. And we also have a spin-off show featuring the leading lady of Progress. It's called Ask a Cam Harlot. And it's like a YouTube parody vlog-style show where she answers questions about love life and the internet. And you can watch both of those shows on jts.tv.
Nice.
I think I did it.
You did!
Do you want to tell us a little bit about Claire?
Sorry, guys. There's a lot going on here, but I think we're good.
Oh.
Yes.
Is she frozen? I think she's frozen.
Aww.
She's frozen. Yeah, she's frozen.
Oh.
That's unfortunate.
Aww.
Okay, well, I'm going to say that I'm on a show called Asset, which you can watch at jts.tv/asset. It's about a Canadian guy who recruited the CIA to take down a Russian arms cartel. Unknowingly. Not annoyingly.
I think also annoyingly. But.
Well, maybe. But, one of the producers is also on the show right now, so I need to be very careful about what I say.
I think Matthew would also support it, though. Yeah.
Fine. Jeff, why don't you tell us about Super Knocked Up and Frostbite?
Sure, thank you. Super Knocked Up. It's a action comedy series. A female supervillain gets knocked up by her superhero nemesis. Jesus Christ. And these two enemies have to raise a baby together. You can watch it on the YouTube channel you're watching right now. We got 2 seasons online.
2 great seasons.
I just love how Sean started giggling over that.
No, I was staring at him like this.
He was giving me. I saw the weird stare as I was watching. It really threw me off. Hey, one thing people can watch who are watching can do for us is okay. Cool. Wait, David's back. We'll get her in a second. Well, Sean, tell us Miami Web Fest.
Oh man, I was going to get to plug my show.
Actually, yeah, do that first. Tell me about your show.
Oh my gosh, I'm on a show that I created called King of Fitness. It's about a character named Graham Tyler who actually his life is falling apart while he tries to complete his action film, which is also called King of Fitness.
And Miami
Okay,
tell me about Miami Web Fest real fast.
Okay, Miami Web Fest takes place starting tomorrow through Sunday. It's actually the first exhibition of web series shows here in South Florida, so it's going to be a really good time. We're looking forward to it. And follow us along all weekend at hashtag Miami Web Fest. And also, we're going to be live streaming.
And one last thing, you guys are doing like a, what is it, like an audience choice, a viewer's choice?
Yes, there's a People's Choice Award this year.
So guys, if you're watching, this is the only time I'm going to say it, but hey, we're in the fest, Super Knocked Up. So if you could do us a favor right now or after this and go to MiamiWebFest.com/vote.
Yes.
Is that right? MiamiWebFest.com/vote. And then just pick Super Knocked Up from the drop-down menu. Take 2 seconds. It's real fast. Really appreciate it. Give us a vote. That would be awesome. And Kaylin, if possible, I know you got like 1 million people around your scene, but we're still getting a lot of background noise. If there's anywhere, if you can go into like a dungeon or something, possibly, or
Basement.
Sure.
Got it.
What about?
Do a dungeon, channel your Lex.
Yeah, do
Okay,
it.
there should be no noise in here except me.
yes,
Much
that's
better.
Sorry, guys. I'm the worst at this.
Oh, that's eerie. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's empty.
I feel as though this is the start of a horror movie.
Well, you know what? It's the first day of October, so it's very, very befitting.
Could be.
I'm about to meet my demise.
Please don't joke about that.
All right, well, now we can have Caitlin talk about her character, right?
Yeah, tell us a little bit of Claire.
Yeah, sure. Are we there?
Yeah, go ahead.
go ahead.
Oh gosh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, Claire. Claire is kind of the beacon of hope in the out of the closet side of the out with dad world. She's really out and confident and proud, and tries to bring that out in Rose, which is Kate Conway's character. She comes in the middle of season 2. And from there, her and Rose meet in the bathroom. They're upset about similar things. We find that out later in season 3. And yeah, she's just very positive. She's confident in who she is, and she has no problem admitting to the world and the people around her that, except for her dad, of course, that she is gay and proud of it.
Awesome.
I just want to say, there's this, everybody knows there's the whole Team Vanessa, Team Claire thing, and I really enjoy reading all the battles that go on between the people on each side. But anyone that does not have a crush on Caitlin is not human. I just have to put that out there right now.
Oh, shucks. That's really nice of you to say, but I think the same about all you guys.
Fine, I'm gonna speak up for Team Vanessa right here, because she's right beside me, and she's prettier than you've ever seen her.
Who's the better kisser, Kate Conway?
Well, this is a good segue for one of the very many questions that Out With Dad gets. Who the heck will Rose choose, Jason Lever?
Oh my God, that's actually the question. Yeah, we get asked that a lot, and it's like, okay, I'm like an audience member too of like all sorts of things, and I don't know, like I don't want to know the answer until I see it, right?
Right.
Right.
Anyway, so my answer is that I actually I actually do know what happens in the fallout of the finale episode, and I want to try and stay as vaguely spoiler-free as I may. But there is shenanigans that happen in the last few moments of the last episode, and and like I do know what happens next, but I mean I can't possibly answer that because that I don't know, like. Don't people like cliffhangers? Am I like the only person that likes cliffhangers?
Star Trek: The Next Generation had a lot of them.
They did.
Best cliffhangers ever.
No.
Sopranos.
But there's more than that, right? Because like Star Trek: The Next Generation, when they did cliffhangers, that'd be a season finale.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
No. Okay, but my point is that there would always be a follow-up.
Touche.
It'd be to be continued,
Yeah.
and at the end of season 1, we said to be continued. At the end of season 2, we didn't say to be continued, but we said help us make season 3, right? At the end of the season, I just said thank you for watching because I don't really know what the future holds, but as a fan of things like okay, one of my favorite TV show endings ever was Angel. And I don't know how many people here are Whedon fans. I think there might be a few Joss Whedon fans.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Angel was one of the best endings ever. I mean, fucking Angel's like, hey, I want to slay a dragon, and then, cut to black. Right?
Yeah.
That's an incredible...
Spoiler.
But movies do, and like John Carpenter movies, they often don't have an ending. Like John Carpenter's The Thing, Prince of Darkness does it, They Live does it. Like a lot of his movies kind of end and you're like, what the fuck, what's happening, what's going to happen next? And Alfred Hitchcock, he did it way before them, like The Birds. Like there's no real ending to The Birds. I like ending things with an ending because I think they live on. So there.
Pretty dope.
So there.
So there.
Okay. I mean, that was a good non-answer.
Thank you.
We never answer questions. You will always
But I mean,
be left
honestly,
in the
though,
dark.
We don't know. We don't know.
I do know.
I don't know.
Okay, Jason doesn't tell us anything.
But I'm also, I don't know, like I just, as a fan of entertainment in general. No. But like in general, I don't want to be told. Like I don't like spoilers. So I don't know. If people ask me who's gonna choose, I'm gonna say that's a spoiler. And so no spoilers. My answer is no
Spoilers.
That's fair. That's fair. Now we do have a whole bunch more questions, but we're gonna sort of pepper them throughout. So more questions to be answered out with Dad fans. So hold on tight, because I know the question you want me to ask, and that's coming.
Anyway, I have a question. Kay Conway, I hear you just got really, really into Star Trek: Next Generation. Is that true?
Did you?
Who told you that? That's lies.
It was a weird dude. He was, I don't know, he was singing theme songs. He was drinking cider.
At my work, and I'm like, go home. I don't like Star Trek: The Next Generation with Brent Spiner and Jonathan Frakes and.
What episode did you watch last night?
I might have watched the Pegasus episode where stuff happens. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant to the story, but TNG is the best one. That's it.
Very good.
There's no argument. We all know that TNG is the best. The best.
Well, it's not the best. It's the second best.
Wait a second. Wait. What? What?
You know that. I've said many times, I love TNG, but you have said many times DS9 is my favorite show of all time.
Well,
It surpasses TNG.
So I don't.
I always assumed that you followed the rule of TNG is 1, and then you rank the rest underneath that.
No.
Can I just slip in that Enterprise is seriously underrated?
Really?
Oh my god, fantastic show! It's seriously underrated. It's seriously underrated.
I've only watched TNG because Netflix is only good in that area.
In Canada.
Lots
In
of
Canada.
TV available on the Netflix, which is what my grandmother calls it, the Netflix. So that's what I watch, and it's phenomenal.
I don't know, Jeff and I, we may no longer be friends. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Okay, TNG is one of the best shows ever. I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying I like DS9 more.
No, oh, yeah, well then, that's it. It was nice to meet you, Jeff. You're a great guy. When I'm in Los Angeles and you're there, I'm like, yeah, Jeff's there.
We met in New York, actually.
We did meet in New York, but I don't remember that. That was too long ago.
Because you were drunk? Because you don't remember?
Too many pizza slices.
Too many pizza slices away
in that
from what
time.
happened then to what
About
happened
16, if you want to know how many. 16.
More like 1,600. Come on, let's be rational here.
We weren't being rational.
I do know you love pizza because you had me sign the Super Knocked Up comic book with that about pizza.
That was funny. That was good pizza. There's broccoli on it.
That was good pizza. Jeff! Good Jeff!
And pizza.
And pizza.
With broccoli.
Okay, sorry. Here we go.
Yeah, there's the water.
The delay is killing me.
That's straight vodka.
Yep.
I'm
It's actually clear milk, I think, right,
Is
Jeff?
that milk?
It's clear milk.
Yeah, it's a new clear version.
Wait. Hey, Jeff, what did we have to stop for before we got to my house?
It wasn't milk this time.
It was orange juice.
Yes, it was orange.
I was expecting him to say milk.
No, but the funny thing about all this is my wife prepared and had enough milk in the house to start.
All right, I don't think this is a very fascinating conversation with people watching about my milk.
I would like to say that we've ignited a very intense debate on Twitter. People are taking sides over
DS9 versus Next
DS9.
Generation, you mean?
No, technically DS9 and Voyager is what the main argument
I know
is about.
the Crodius is for Voyager, Dazzle is for DS9. I can already tell
And
you.
people are also saying that Enterprise is the most horrible thing they've ever watched.
No. Hey, can I tell you? Okay. So the night my daughter was born, there was I asked the doctor like, how many babies do you think will you deliver tonight? And she said, well, it's gonna be like 8 or 9 tonight. I'm like, oh, cool. And so when Evelyn was born, she said that she was the 7th baby born that night. I'm like, cool. I'm like, later on, I'm like, so how many did you birth? Was it 8 or 9? Because I'm
I know where this is
hoping
going.
exactly that Evelyn might be 7 of 9.
Nice.
There's only 8 babies born that night.
Damn.
I know, right?
Damn.
Your daughter's going to become a Borg, is what you're saying.
But then she's going to find her humanity again and, hook
And
up
wear a
with
really
Kote.
tight catsuit.
Yeah.
You could have changed her name right there, Jason. Tell them what your cat's named.
Oh, my cat's name? The cat's name is, and I'm not joking, is TK421. And I, on a regular basis, ask him, TK421, why are you not at your post? True.
Are they saying you should name your baby Liz?
No.
You want a baby?
Hey, let me. So we got some fun games we're gonna do in a second here, folks. But I just got a question, and we just got a question on Twitter from Out with Dad from Amy Gonzalez, and she wants to know what was the hardest scene to make in the whole series for each of you. Jonathan, you want to start?
I don't know. We might have all the same answer for this. The musical was by far the hardest, both technically and from a performance point of view, because it was so far out of the spectrum of what I'm used to as an actor. I've always wanted to, but I've never actually sung before. And the process of recording it beforehand and then lip syncing to that performance, and then added to the fact, which other people may get into, some of the technical challenges of actually filming it on the day, where it wasn't just about lip syncing it, it was about all of us lip syncing it in one massive long take, and everybody just had to be on. So there's so much pressure in that moment to get it right. So I think that was by far the most challenging scene to accomplish, and the most fun.
Do you guys concur?
Yeah, probably. I mean, do you have a different answer?
I have a different answer.
Oh, I'd love to hear your answer.
I like to look at the things as being the hardest in terms of what they've done for me, because everything that was the hardest thing was always turned out to be the best thing. So the first one that was like the hardest but the funnest was the movie shoot, the double screen. The first time
103.
the movie theater sequence was like super challenging. It was the hardest thing I'd ever done up to that point. And then we finished it, and it was like that sense of accomplishment. You're like, oh my god, I finally completed something that was super hard to do. Yes, this is amazing. And then compared to that, I would say the day that we shot in season 3, Outside in the Rain, when I was, okay, anybody who knows me in the shoot knows that I was a whiny baby, and like, oh my god, it's raining, oh, I'm so wet, I hate things, I'm crying, you know, I'm just a piece of garbage. But I walked away from that going, everybody went through the exact same thing, and I'm whining about it. So the hardest part of that was walking away with the shame of being like, I'm surrounded by all these talented people, and I just like whined and cried like a little baby. So I walked away from that going, I will never do that again. I will never complain when I'm surrounded by the most talented people ever. I will just plow through it and get inspired by them and stop being a giant piece of garbage.
Hashtag Kate Conway is a jerk.
Is a jerk.
Hashtag Kate Conway is a jerk.
But she really wasn't that bad.
I was actually the worst. Jason's just being very polite.
She was the worst. I'm just saying she wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. But no, the challenging episodes are what makes us all better people and better performers and better creators, and it's just really awesome that we all get to do it together. We all get to learn together from these challenging things, like the musical episode and anything else. It's just been a non-stop learning experience. So.
Hey Jason, speaking of that, like what you did in the movie theater episode, that first season, what do you and I have coming out soon that Jonathan's in that kind of does that kind of deal too?
Cool, right. So as you know, Jeff is really smart when it comes to connecting with audiences, but not only is Jeff great at connecting with an audience, as I mean everyone's watching, obviously you're connected, but he's also fantastic at connecting with other web series creators. And so his mission for a long time has been to like help build the community. It's one of the reasons he sits on the IEWTV board. And I share your passion of building community. And one of the things he's done is he came up to Toronto to shoot a bunch of crossover episodes. And so we shot one as well. I mean, you did with Pete Winning, you did with Pete Pretty and Geek. What else did you do when you were in Toronto?
Gay Nerds.
Oh, that's right, Gay Nerds with JP. And but we shot one called Out with Burnup. And so, and forgive me, I can't think of John's last name.
John Maxner.
So Jeff and John drove up to Toronto, and Jeff, John, and Jonathan and I, we all got together and we shot this cute little scene. And I actually just showed it to these guys tonight. They laughed their asses off.
Really good.
And so we're going to debut there probably a couple of days, I guess, right, Jeff?
Yeah, very soon.
Yeah. So we'll upload it, and we'll upload it both to the Super Knocked Up channel that you're watching right now, and we'll also upload on the Out with Dad channel, and I'll probably throw in Daily Motion too, that kind of thing, so that everyone can see it.
Awesome.
It's really cute. Jonathan, you watched it last night, right? You're very happy with it.
I think it really, really came out well, and that was such a lovely day too. We filmed in High Park, which is kind of, if you know New York better than Toronto, it's kind of like Toronto's Central Park, and it was just so enjoyable to hang out in the park. And Kat Gracie, who we'd met at LA Fest, came down from Ottawa to help film that day and joined us. It was such a nice experience to do. And I got to play Head Nathan. I won't give any more away than that. I had only in the series got to play Head Nathan for one line once, but now I got to really have fun with him.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely stay tuned for that, folks. I'm really, really happy with how it came out. So thank you, Jonathan and Jason. All right, so I think we should get into some games here. We got a couple of special guests coming on later too, folks, so we want to get them on soon. But first, if you're watching the recorded version, it's time for one of our famous commercial breaks. So we'll see you back in a second.
Welcome back from commercial break.
All right. So, Nicole, what's this new game we're playing?
Well, it's really fun. Like Jeff and Tanya mentioned earlier, we don't actually have a name for it. So once we start playing, it'd be great if everyone on Twitter, if you have a great idea for a name, just tweet it in and help us name it. But to describe it, it's similar to charades, and we're going to be splitting up into 2 teams. And the person who is going to be the actor in the team, they're going to be given a character and an action, and they have to act it out, and the team has to guess who you are and what you're doing. So you can't, like, you can talk and you can do whatever you want, but you can't say any of the words basically in the description that we give you. So you can't say any part of your name, and you can't say any part of the action, but you still have to get the people on your team to guess.
So Sean and I, when we were talking about this, he said the name should be, and I said, it's like charades, but you can say stuff. It's basically.
It's like charades,
but you can say stuff. Yeah, that's a really short, concise name. I like that, Sean.
Yes.
I'm creative, you know?
It's good.
That only takes up an entire tweet.
Yeah, so please tweet us a better name than that, folks.
Hashtag better name.
And keep tweeting us at SuperGeekedUp, hashtag SGU if you're watching live. And you can play along. You can guess as we're doing this. Nicole, what are the teams?
Yes. Okay, the teams are, let me pull this up. Okay, team 1 is Kate, Jonathan, Tanya, and Caitlin. And team 2, team 2 is Jason, Sean, and Lindsay.
My internet connection is really bad, so I actually can only see a black screen. So,
oh no.
I'll try and play, but if it's really bad, I'm blaming it on the internet.
That's
right,
okay.
You can just shout out random guesses.
Just so random characters.
Okay.
Mighty McFly! Dinosaur!
Nice.
All right, so since Jason's not there right now, let's start with the team that Jason's not on.
So that's,
so that's Kate, Jonathan, and Tanya.
Oh no.
All right, we'll start with them anyway.
Kate, Jonathan, Tanya?
Yeah, who is it?
And Caitlin.
And Caitlin.
And Caitlin, yes, and Caitlin.
I'm in screen.
Okay,
Are you
so
guys,
who among you would like to do the actions, the charade, basically?
Jonathan does.
Jonathan does. Jonathan
Well,
does.
if he did it would be at 6 frames per second, so it's probably better that I do.
Okay, yeah, so Jonathan, you've been nominated. So, Nicole, I guess I'll give him my list, all right?
Oh,
Yeah,
should we
you
close our
can-
chat
sure.
window?
Yes,
And then, Nicole,
yes.
you can
why
give your list to the other team.
Right, so
Okay.
everyone goes to chat.
So everybody,
Close our chat window?
everybody close your chat, please, except Jonathan.
Oh, we already have one name on Twitter.
Oh, what's
Oh
that?
my god, this is insane.
It's called Necrotius Awesome Charade Blowout Extraordinaire.
Well, that's
Wow.
much shorter than what we came up with.
It's a little too long, but I like
All right, so first off, something's happening over at Jason's house where they had to mute their mic and they're laughing hysterically. So guys, there you go. You're unmuted.
There you go.
We're unmuted. We're unmuted. We're good.
We're good.
Everything's
Still
good
in
now.
control. Now we can
No, we're done. It's all good. We're fine.
All right, so who's guessing with Jonathan?
Oh,
So
sorry.
Caitlin, Kate, and myself.
Yes. Kate, Caitlin, and Tanya.
And
All right.
Caitlin's just going to randomly yell words.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you guys, all right, I'm going to put Jonathan on the big screen, so watch him, and you have to guess the character and what action he's doing, okay?
Are we timing it or
Yeah,
no?
Nicole, can you time 2 minutes?
2 minutes, yes.
And I can't remember. Could I skip one, or do I have to go in
You
order?
can do it in any order you want, sir.
All right.
Okay.
Play along at home, folks. We just did this at ITV Fest, by the way, on Sunday. It was a huge hit there. So don't fuck it up, Jonathan.
So
No
just
dialogue,
let me
no
know.
sound.
What?
All right, so Nicole, yeah, you give him you tell him when to go.
Oh, okay, so we're starting in 3, 2. Oh, do you want to put them on screen?
I did.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
You can talk. You can
Ooh,
talk.
Darth Vader. Darth Vader.
I am your father. Down.
It's Darth Vader doing something.
Darth Vader using remote control.
Read this.
I want to watch
I don't even know.
Breaking Bad's finale.
Oh, he's using Netflix. Darth Vader.
I don't have new technology like that. I'm old school.
No key.
Darth Vader using a TV remote.
Newer than that, though.
What is a Discman? I don't even know.
Walkie-talkie.
You're tweaking me.
No commercials. Ha.
Evo. Evo.
Yes, close enough. Close enough. Go on.
All right.
Thou shalt not give thy Roman a
Constipated yoga.
almost figure.
Yoda?
I doth am so
Constipated
angry.
yoga.
I am with fury. I knew
Yoga
him
doing
so
Shakespeare?
well,
More
but now
language rings.
I am so angry that he is dead. I am anger with green.
Kermit the Frog.
Jealous.
diarrhea.
I am much bigger than him. Hamlet smash!
Idea.
Hamlet smash!
The Hulk doing Hamlet.
Yes, yes.
What are you
That's
saying?
really
Damn it,
impressive.
I need
You
a Big
got
Mac
that.
and I need it now! Damn it, Chloe! I need a Big Mac! We need the satellite coverage on those chicken McNuggets, Chloe, now!
Oh, ooh, Kiefer Sutherland, Jack Bauer ordering a Big Mac.
Yes.
Take it.
Oh, and the time just went up. So
All
we
right.
got that.
Good job. Let's get it up for Jonathan.
Yay!
Jonathan, that was.
You got 3. That was amazing.
That's really good.
Yeah, that was very good. I think you just had some poor guessers there, to be honest with you.
To be fair, Twitter was confused over Darth Vader. We have a few suggestions on that. We have Darth Vader on a CB radio. We also have Darth Vader doing Morse code. Darth Vader on an iPhone. So we weren't the only ones.
So you got 3.
Got 3. That's really good.
The Hulk one was killing me that they couldn't get it.
I know. I was like, how did I not get it? That's the whole.
I didn't get it until Smash.
I thought that was too obvious.
I was like, I'm angry with green.
No, it's perfect.
No, I thought it was Yoda being mad. Or constipated Yoda.
Right off the bat.
Constipated Yoda.
Hashtag constipated Yoda.
Oh my god.
That's definitely
that's
what it
amazing.
sounded like.
It definitely did.
All right. So the other team, you guys got to get 4 to win. All right. Who's
Yes.
going to be the clue giver, the performer?
Good
Well, I don't know, but okay,
luck,
so-
guys.
Oh, you know what? It's gonna have to be Sean because otherwise, Lindsay or Jason, they can see the screen.
All right, yeah. And by the way, yeah,
No,
Kate, I
one of
closed
them
it.
could do it because they're just in the room with each other. It's fine, right?
As long, but
But-
they
but-
can see the chat.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Sean, you up for it?
Yeah, I have no choice.
Come on, Sean, you got
I mean,
it.
Nicole told me to do it.
All right. So it's Jason and Lindsay guessing, right? And Sean's gonna do it.
I have to get 4?
Yes,
No, Nicole, paste your list, please.
Okay. Yes. And wait, everyone else needs to close their chat though. Everyone else close chat.
Chat closed.
Okay. Here we go, Sean.
Just your camera. I want to see more Sean.
Is it? Can you read it okay?
It's fine.
Okay.
Actually, I'll give you more room there, sir.
Oh, this is going to be awesome.
So
Hang on, let me
tell me when you're ready. Just take a second, because Jeff had bullet pointed his and I didn't bullet point mine, so.
Okay, all right.
All right, is everybody ready? If you're ready, I'm gonna start the timer. You ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
I love burrito and enchilada.
No, Mr. Freeze, perhaps, or
Ordering Mexican food.
Yeah.
I also love nachos. Luke, you stole my empanada.
Vader ordered Mexican food.
Yeah.
Vader
Oh my God. Oh, I am here looking at all this blood.
Looking at blood.
Oh, hold on. I want to suck that body. Oh, that came off a lot worse than I thought. Oh, in Transylvania they don't get this messy. That's a headless corpse. I'm seriously not a walrus.
Are we Count Dracula just on The Walking Dead or something? Well, I'm not so sure here.
Alright, I'm skipping that.
Alright.
I like to take out the recycling.
Determined loving the 3 R's.
I promise you. Hold on. I had to do that. My eye hurt.
You get the Terminator part.
Yeah, okay. Oh, crap. Hefty. I'll be hefty.
The Terminator promoting garbage bag companies.
Close enough, go on.
Good, thank you, God. God, this is so... Hi, little birds. Help me move the petrol into my vehicle. Oh, yes. As a Disney princess, I have such a wonderful time with the deers and my...
Time's up.
Damn it! Damn it!
What was that one?
That's obviously
pumping gas.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
It was Snow White
pumping gas.
I have to be honest. I like to do bad impressions. I had no shot on a few of these. That was one that I chose at the last minute, and I'm kind of like...
Who was that?
Snow White. Yeah.
Twitter is saying, Necrotius is saying 10 points for perverted Dracula.
That was Dracula investigating a crime scene, guys. This was Dracula, whatever you were doing.
Yeah, I was doing. Yeah, I could have done it that way too, but I thought that's like Nosferatu. It's like Orlok.
Oh gosh.
You guys are so funny. Oh.
God, I got nothing but crime scene from that.
Are you talking about there were headless bodies?
Yeah.
There was mentions of... Yeah, I'm going to watch this tape over again. I think it's wrong.
I mean,
I can't wait to watch it later and see what was actually happening.
Yeah, totally.
You totally should, Caleb.
God.
So Team 1 is the winner. Congratulations, guys.
That was to be expected. I mean, really.
All right, well, we're gonna do another game. You can redeem yourself on a little later, guys.
This is true.
Later. We'll redeem.
So if our 2 special guests are watching, who I sent links to, you can go ahead and join now, folks. But Tanya, do you have another question for these Out with Dad folks?
I do. We talked a little bit about the musical earlier. Can you tell us a little bit about the making of that? Like, did you guys actually sing yourself? How did you write it? All that stuff.
I didn't. I actually, yelled into a microphone for about 4 hours. Edited from that.
She's giving me too much credit. It was Adrian fixing her.
Yeah, Adrian's really good at it.
Adrian did it all.
The idea for doing a musical was born very, very early on. Like back when I was writing season 1, I was like, I want to do a musical because it just seemed right for the show. And I know that's not shared by everyone. Some people just hate musicals, and so you can't win them over. And that's fine. But I remember when I told my friend of mine, when she was helping me on the script way back in the early days, and she works with a lot of youth, and she was saying how that one of the youth in the camps that she works with, he had come out, and ever since he came out, he said his life felt like a musical, and I'm like, oh my god, that totally fits with what I want to do. So myself and my friend Rebecca Reinsover, and of course Adrian Ellis, who's also the composer for Everything.
Amazing.
The trio of us started brainstorming ideas for the lyrics, and Adrian sort of basically found the right song, and we did that very early on because I knew we were going to be introducing the character of Claire, and we introduced her in season 2. It was very important to me as the film score nerd that I am, that the melody from the musical be the Rose Claire love theme. So we actually introduced the love theme, which became the song later. We introduced that way back in the middle of season 2, and it's been sort of peppered throughout, and often fights with the Vanessa. So there's a lot of play with the score in there. And then we recorded the song. It took 2 days to record it, and then
super fun.
It was lots of fun.
Probably the coolest thing I think I've done.
Yeah,
it felt really professional.
Well, yeah, and Lindsay, like, she knows a lot of singers. So you brought in a ton of your friends, a lot of your roommates.
Yeah.
And we were all singing together. It was super fun. And then when it came to the actual day, it took 2 days to shoot. The first day was mostly the conversation stuff, right? And we had headrows in that scene as well.
And we had the sun.
With the sun
sunburn, major sunburn.
Painful. And actually, I'm making my cameo that day. Not many people notice it, but I'm actually in a shot there.
In that scene,
yeah.
find him.
And so we filmed a lot of the dancing as well, and cute story there. Actually, Jonathan, I think you even videoed this with your cell phone, but there's a bunch of kids playing the playground there, and the kids actually learned the dance routine. We're dancing along behind the camera. It was super cute.
Yeah, they learned it better than me.
Yeah.
So, Jonathan, when do you raise your arms? Just wondering.
For the record, I had the moves right. I was just a beat off in the wrong direction, but
more than a beat, basically. And then so then we cut to there's one shot of Lindsay, and we filmed that in my cousin's bedroom. We stood in for Vanessa's bedroom. So we filmed that, and we cut back, and now we're on to day 2 of the production of the musical. And that day, we spent all morning shooting. It was nuts. It was so difficult because of all the sync sound with the music playback and all that kind of stuff. And we were running really late. So we had about, I think we had 6 or 7 setups planned before lunch. And then at lunch, we were reviewing the footage. We discovered that there was a technical problem with the lens. And everything we shot was completely out of fucking focus. Out of focus, bad. On our tiny monitors, you couldn't tell, but when watching on a proper good screen, it was it's just out of focus. So we had to reshoot our entire morning, and lunch was already about an hour or 2 hours late.
Yeah.
And so we had to reshoot. It was pretty terrifying. What do we do? How do we do 8 hours of work in the 2 hours that remain before sunset, sort of thing? But we did it. What ended up happening is more closer to my original vision of it. Is from the moment when we cut back from Vanessa, it basically is one continuous shot, and we were able to get it all in one shot. And I mean, Jonathan, I remember you being whacked in the face by audio cords because we had to coil the cords as we were moving backwards. Caitlin had to begin on a very awkward sync note, and I had learned about the beep, beep, beep that you taught me, Caitlin. So that was a challenge for her to begin on cue, and we had the whole song and dance with, I think, 6, 7, 8 singing parts that all had to come at the right time, choreographed dancing that we learned basically that day, or like the bulk of the cast. It was insane, but we got it at the golden hour during sunset, and as if the cinematography gods couldn't smile upon us even more, we actually got a lens flare in the shot, and it was casting a rainbow flare on Rose and Lindsay and Caitlin, pardon me. Rose and Claire. Who are you, people? And it was a beautiful moment. I mean, that is not a visual effect, that rainbow. That actually happened. It's like the cinematography gods granted that, and it was crazy.
And can I just say another huge thank you to every single person that helped us with that day. It was a very long, probably I think the hardest day every single one of us had on set, because there was a lot of things that happened that we didn't think were going to happen.
Including sunburn.
I just got sunburned. That was legit all I did that day. Was get
80,
sunburned.
guys. I know, I'm a ginger. SPF 80, it works. But to all the people who came out, all those chorus people who lent their time, we appreciate you so much. That's for you. So thank you. We could not have done that without you.
It's my proudest accomplishment as a filmmaker, and I couldn't have done it without the insanely huge team that we had.
Yeah, it was our biggest set day. Biggest, I think it was biggest everything. Most people, biggest budget, biggest everything. It was a lot of weight riding on that day, and a lot of things went wrong. But as we are as a good little family, we turned it around and had a good day.
Yeah.
And made a cool.
I know a lot of the Super Geek Up crowd have watched both With That and Clutch, and know that a lot of the Clutch casts were pulled from people I had seen in Out With That, and in a couple cases vice versa. But there is one Clutch cast member, Cassie Music, who is in the ensemble of the musical episode, and that's all she ever did in It With That is she's in the ensemble, and she actually coached me on singing as well, and she's one of the hookers with a vengeance, so another Clutch cameo in that.
And she was amazing. Awesome. She was pretty much the lead of the choir.
Yeah, she really took a leadership role, didn't she? Yeah.
Hope you're back in Toronto. You're amazing. Thank you so much.
Still men, but.
Oh, well,
awesome. All right, guys. I want just a second to introduce. We got a couple special guests here for our 100th episode. First off, let me just say, Alice Watson on Twitter says it's apparent you have talented musicians among the cast. Tempted to record some background songs for the soundtrack with them. I'll just leave that as something to noodle around in your head, right? Jason and cast. All right, so it is our 100th episode. So we wanted to bring back a couple of our former co-hosts who are a huge part of Super Geeked Up. So we have Diane is here. What's up, Diane?
Woo!
Yeah! There she is. And we have, I'm not as excited about this, but Mark is here.
Yay!
Hey! I couldn't have asked for a better introduction, man. I appreciate that.
I'm just kidding, Mark.
So loving. No, it's good to be here. Thank you.
I missed both of you, so.
What's that?
I missed both of you.
Oh, Nicole. Thank you. We miss you too.
Oh.
All right, so they're going to join us here for the last couple of stuff here we're going to do with the show, which is, hey, Tanya, so what's the last game we're going to play here?
Character cage match.
Oh, shit.
Because everybody loves it. First,
Oh,
however,
cool.
I have a specific Out With Dad character cage match. And this is for everyone in Out With Dad. If you were going to pit Rose, Claire, and Vanessa together in a fight, who would win?
Jesus Christ.
Claire for sure.
Okay, whoa.
Claire for sure.
The actors fighting or the characters fighting?
Characters.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I got this one.
Vanessa put on the street. She knows life now. Take you down, Calgary.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so that wasn't
Calgary.
the actual character cage match. I was just wondering if you guys had an opinion. But yeah, that's just wondering.
Pretty like.
I've never punched a person in real life, but I feel like if I had to, like, it would unleash 25 years of fury. And I feel like Claire's the same way. Just
Rose
a lot would come out. Because she's so happy all the time, but it's like something's underneath that.
I'm picturing a crazy anime drawing of and releasing 25 years of fury right there.
Yes! I want to see it.
Okay, back to the actual game. So I'm dividing you guys into 3 teams of 3, and I include Diane and Mark in this, so you guys already have a team. So Lindsay, do you want to wave so people know who you are? She's kind of waving. Sean and Diane, you're team 1.
Everyone's really excited about
really
that.
excited.
Yeah.
Well, it's because of my sterling performance earlier in the unnamed segment.
Oh, by the way, Necronius tweeted in that the game we did earlier should be called Super Charaded Up.
I wrote that down. I think that's a good name.
That's a good
I enjoy
one.
that. I enjoy that. For the next team, it's Kate, Jonathan, and Mark.
Oh, really? Come on.
Really? Really?
Just get to you.
Really? Is this happening? Because I'm not doing this with you on the internet. This is not happening right now on the internet. You're done. Your relationship is done.
We're guests here.
We're guests here.
Fine. Let's play your little game, and we'll just argue about it when the cameras are on.
Oh my.
That's fair. That got very violent really quickly. I'm sorry. And then Caitlin, Jason, and Jeff are team 3.
Yes, that will be the winning
Good.
team.
Okay.
Obviously.
So
Obviously.
what I'll do is there's 3 characters, so each team has to defend one of the characters as who would win in a fight. So the first, I guess, trio is Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty / Angelina Jolie, Evil Willow from Buffy, and the Wicked Witch of the West. Who wants Maleficent?
Me.
Who was me first? I think Diane was first.
Diane
was first.
Mine was. And
So that's Lindsay and Sean's team. Who wants Evil Willow?
Jeff, what do you think, Jeff? Right? Evil Willow?
Mark.
Sorry, I was muted, sir. Take your choice.
I feel like we can make a pretty good case there.
Okay.
For who?
For
Evil Willow.
Okay, yep, sure.
Okay, so that means Jonathan, Mark, and Kate, you have the Wicked Witch of the West.
Gladly.
Great. I'll take it.
All right. Who wants to go first? Who wants to defend their honor via fake witches? Come on, someone.
oh, to start, you want us to go?
Yeah, if someone's got an idea to defend, who wants to go first? Who would win?
You choose, Tony.
Okay. I'm
Just
gonna
go
go.
for it.
Since Mark, you're jumping in there. You get to go first.
Son of a bitch.
You shouldn't talk.
Backfired. So, Jonathan, I think you should.
You guys already
Oh
lost.
my god, this team loses already. It's so
No,
lame.
right? Wicked Witch of the West. Come on.
The Wicked Witch would first of all say, okay, I have been a witch for a very long time, and you guys got nothing on me. That would just start it off right there. The Evil Willow, you may be sexier, but I have gargoyles.
Flying monkeys. 2 words. Flying monkeys. That's it. Scare the shit out of Willow. Pillow. That's what I'm gonna call him. Pillow. And who was the other one?
Maleficent.
Fartson. Yeah, whatever. Flying monkeys. That's all I got. Flying monkeys, guys.
I mean, okay, did they make a prequel about any of the other characters? No, that's it.
Nope. Why? Because they're not going to be
That's true, Jonathan.
It's a prequel, Jonathan. You got a whole movie. The other girl just got a book. Half a musical.
Who else is on the team? Diane?
No, Kate is on that team, but Maleficent is jumping in on that.
Defending my girl.
On the Maleficent team? I don't even know who you are.
I am. I saw the movie.
It sounds like Maleficent wants to defend her honor. Go team Maleficent.
She's great. A, because her cheekbones that are CGI'd or makeup on have 80% A. And I feel like you have a point. Jump in, jump in.
I couldn't hear her, but I heard cheeks. And yes, I agree. And plus, she turns into a dragon, and she will eat your flying monkeys, and she will eat little Willow, little whiny Willow. She was only evil for a little bit, but Willow.
In the history of witches, no one has had better horns than Maleficent. When it comes down to hair horns,
Magnificent hair horns.
can either of the other two competitors say to themselves, "Oh, I've got hair horns"?
No, they can't. Always can.
We got lions.
Is also married to Brad Pitt, which makes her super wealthy and amazing. Also backed by Walter Disney, maybe Jr. or Jr. the Second, which means she has all the money in the world. She has needed to buy herself out of a battle, which might be this moment. So Maleficent,
Yeah.
Clear.
One thing that Walter Disney Jr. the Second knows:
Esquire.
money, bags of money. And when it comes down to problems, Maleficent can buy her way out of problems. She's just flashing cheddar, like Jeff will be at Touche this coming Friday.
Okay, go ahead, Willow. Try Willow, little Willow.
Okay, so
Willow, you've been smashed on.
Willow, whiny, yes, I won't deny that, but I mean, there is the added element that whininess really gets on my nerves, so that might get on everyone's nerves, and now you're disarmed. But that's one thing. He skinned a man alive.
So?
That's pretty cruel.
Did you see what Maleficent did?
I actually haven't.
She did a lot of things.
Oh.
I cannot remember right
Narrows
now.
it down.
No, but
Thank you, Mark. Thank you,
Come on,
Mark.
come on,
All
come
about the broad, generalized statement.
no, Willow, I mean, okay. I'm going to extrapolate the fact that evil Willow has all the same powers as not evil Willow, real Willow, and she was able to bring she had the power to bring all the potential Slayers into Slayer mode. And help me out, Jeff. Carry on.
I will, sir. Thank you. So, yeah, get out of here. All right. So, Evil Willow, okay, first off, she's got the whole Scooby team behind her, right? Buffy, and yeah, she does. Oh, hey, I can pull this in. Yes, she does. And that's through 7 seasons, no one was able to defeat the Scoobies. 7 seasons, not just a movie, okay? Evil Willow's off the rails, by the way. She makes those other 2 witches look like they're freaking sane. She is fucking crazy. She's ripping skin off people's heads.
Jeff,
Nuts.
it's just a game. It's just a game.
I'm going for the win, man. I'm going for the jugular. Come on.
Yeah, Mark is representing the weak team right now. To the West, goodbye, out of the running, Maleficent, and what's your witch's name? I don't even know because she didn't get a feature film made by Walt Disney about her, so she's not important.
Walt Disney Jr. the Second.
I would like to say that limited release is coming down firmly on the side of Maleficent, and I quote, Maleficent is the mistress of all evil, her official fucking title. You don't earn that flaying folk or by having a shoe fetish. Just saying.
Yeah, but the Wicked Witch of the West is basically invincible. You can only kill her by pouring water on her, and who's going to frankly do that?
You go to kill her by the most frequent element on the planet.
Hey, you Wicked Witch of the West. Oh shit, you're dead. Oh, you're fucking dead.
What if there's a drought?
Clear water.
She's as scary as the aliens and signs.
Hair horns. Fucking hair horns.
Yeah, what are the horns doing, though?
Who cares? They're awesome and they can stab people.
No, she's too busy crying over her boyfriend leaving her.
Where's
Okay, people.
We gotta
Before
pick a
you
winner,
start
Tanya.
killing off your firstborn.
It's getting way too intense.
You know what? I'm probably gonna have to go with Maleficent, Here's
Oh, come on.
I think
why.
Lindsay won that one for sure.
Here's where. I mean, obviously there's a lot of passion there, but hair horns? No one else has hair horns.
And she turns into a dragon, so those
And
are
she
great points.
turns into a dragon.
Nobody. Oh, oh man, I can't
Dragon.
think of your name. What?
Dragon.
Oh, you're right.
Purple dragon.
Yeah.
Dragon.
So that, yep, Maleficent. I agree. I think that's right.
All right, congratulations, guys.
It's okay.
Nice. I have one more set. Do we want to try another one, or do you want to...
I don't know.
Jeff, do you think we should try another one?
Yeah, we can do one more quick. Sure.
Okay, cool. So we're going to do same teams, so just keep it simple.
I don't think I have a team. Can I have a team?
Aren't you on a team?
You're on
You're
our
on Jason
you're
and
on our
Jeff's
team.
team.
What?
Well, thanks.
You were muted. I didn't know. So here, you go
Well,
first.
I really
You go
dropped the ball
first
on
this
that
time,
one,
okay?
guys. Sorry. Worst teammate ever.
Yeah, we would have won otherwise. Damn it.
It's, you know. Okay, so number one is a transformer. It can be any transformer. I was not being specific.
Well, that's kind of vague. Come on.
Well, I couldn't figure out which one I was going to do, so I'm just putting a transformer. That's, you know, a Cylon, again, not specific, and a Terminator. Who wants a transformer?
Oh, God. Me. Us.
Okay, Caitlin's team, you have transformer. Who wants a Cylon?
It's the only one I know.
Well, Jonathan, you want a Cylon?
Hell yeah.
All right.
Okay.
He actually has one in his room.
Yeah. He is.
So Lindsay, Sean, and Diane, that means you have a Terminator.
Sweet.
I'm okay. I've already done a Terminator today. The old trash thing.
Sex with Terminator?
No, that was just Dracula. I had sex. Pervy Dracula.
Your perverted Dracula?
Yeah, remember he wanted to suck that body? It's already come up on Twitter. I feel like
Yeah, it has. A lot.
Game.
I thought it was Count Chocula.
If Count Chocula is still in, but perverted Dracula is gone. He left the building.
Hey, Jonathan, do you want to go first with Cylons?
Well, I had the bulk of the awful argument for the witch, so I really can also jump in there.
Mark, do you want to start with
You know
Cylons?
what? I mean, what I'll say is Cylons basically, they can look like anybody, right? So you don't know when they're coming for you. You think it's the girl you're making out with, right? Or the guy, whatever you're into. And then suddenly, you know, oh, wait, who are the other ones? Wait, who are the other players? Let's
A Transformer and a Terminator.
Transformer and a Terminator, like you're making out with the Terminator, and the Terminator's like, oh, this is so great. And then all of a sudden, boom, like the Cylon hacks into the Terminator's fucking exoskeleton brain, and boom, like the Terminator's dead. And then Optimus Prime is making out with a Cylon robot, blah, 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 doing whatever. And then, boom, the Cylon hacks into Optimus Prime's fucking truck brain, and boom, it's dead. We won.
I love how your whole argument is hacking into blank brain.
That's how they roll, though.
Alright. Anything to add to that, Team Cylon?
No, that can't be said better than Mark just said.
Thank you.
Transformers.
Okay, Kate, unmute yourself.
We're the biggest. Right?
Yes.
The biggest. And we make robot noises, you know, like the choo-choo, 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 which if you hear from far away is quite horrifying. So I think we have missiles too.
Silent hacks into your brain, you can't use missiles.
Well, some of them are called Bumblebee, so we probably sting. We can be really fast cars, which are sexy.
All right, so I'm not sure what I can add to that because it was amazing, but but I will say this: Transformers is the only one of these three that have survived 4 movies by one of the most horrible filmmakers ever, Michael Bay, and they're still going
Megan
strong.
Fox. They had to deal with Megan Fox.
Yes. So they've survived Megan Fox and Michael Bay, and
Yeah.
anybody who can do that is going to win a cage match with anybody.
Anyone watch Transformers anymore?
They also
Really?
had to deal with plagiarism because the composer actually plagiarized another score.
Because
So
you're
there's
not.
actually-
Then I definitely don't watch Transformers.
And the guy who does Optimus Prime's voice, which is from the cartoon, which is the only good thing about the movies, has the best voice ever.
Yeah.
I don't surprised by listening to this voice. The other two will just not know what they're doing, and then the Transformers will kill them.
Yeah, exactly.
And if there's one thing that the cartoon taught you, is that violence solves everything.
Which is why Claire would win in a fight.
The only moral that cartoon has.
Twitter is saying that Caitlin, you're winning this character cage match just purely off by Transformer noises. They're big fans of this argument right now. Team Terminator, you're up.
Sean wants to go.
Yes. Okay. First of all, the Terminator has no remorse. The Terminator feels no pity. The Terminator's gonna, hi, I'm Optimus Prime. Fuck that, I'm the T-1000. I'm gonna melt into your core, rip your goddamn heart out, Optimus. Where's your shard now, bitch? Not happening, because you're Optimus Prime and you're a whiny little slut that dies in your little cartoon movie. Boom. 1, 2. And we're
What is making out with Cylon's business? No. Hell no. You don't go there. Arnold doesn't go there.
Rifles in the 40-watt range, bro. Yo, Terminator. Totally. Jason just told me to say that because I've never watched it.
Okay, go. Terminator survived a Mick G movie.
Oh.
Mick G made the 2009 Terminator Salvation piece of crap. So you can talk about Michael Bay, but we're talking about Mick G, who made music videos for hip-hop stars. Is that cinematic? No. No Cylon fans. No Battlestar. No.
Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles, they ended their series with a cliffhanger, and what the fuck?
Who does that? Jason Weaver?
Yeah.
You know, the Terminator would just be like, are you the final Cylon? And then shoot him, but it doesn't matter because the Cylons will regenerate.
Terminator travel most classic movie taglines of the entire world. Boom. Got you there. Yeah.
I got another one. In the latest Terminator movie, the ex-Doctor Who's in it. Who else wins this character cage match? Not you. Me.
Traveling all over the place, bitches.
They're going to time travel. Multiple layers of time traveling. Can you do that? No, you can't.
Terminator, bam.
Give it to us. Just give it to us.
Actually, one of
misery.
the Cylons was Dean Stockwell, who is the king of time travel. So we got you on that too.
We have 2 layers of king. We have a lord. We have a lord, a time lord coming into the...
Can't
Or
win.
complicated in time travel. We don't need that shit.
Not good enough.
No.
Great. Down.
No.
All right, time. We're going to pick a winner.
There's a lot of passion. I feel that, and
Not
not
a
just
passion,
in...
only one winner. It's okay.
Especially, in Mark's brain of a lot of robots hooking up.
That's life. For a robot.
Cool. But you know what? I kind of have to go for Transformers, only based on Caitlin's improv of why they would defeat everything based on Bumblebee.
No, I was gonna say though, I was gonna pick the Terminator, but Tanya is
Oh,
the
your
best
opinion doesn't
friend.
count at all, so go away.
May I say something?
Terminator was a close second because of the passion that Sean had.
I thought he had a lot of passion.
Thank you. I have nothing but tons of passion. Jeff is going to find out.
Oh, I can't wait tonight.
Yeah.
Jason wants to say something very important.
Oh, okay. Here's the thing. Okay, when I was a kid, I had 3 franchises I wanted to make when I grew up to be a director, right? And one of those franchises, and they've all been made, and they're all shit. Like, I wanted to make Inspector Gadget, and that movie was shit. I wanted to make Transformers, and that was shit. And then I wanted to make Aliens vs. Predator, and that was shit. I want to make Legend of Zelda, so I've still got that to hold on to.
But you made Out with Dad, and Out with Dad is not shit.
Fine, great. But here's the thing about Transformers, right? We live in a day and age where I mean, these are machines that are combustion engine machines that have a carbon footprint, right? And it's a science fiction story. What an missed opportunity to actually be able to address social concerns of today. Like, we could have addressed the Autobots are the heroes, and yet they are killing our environment at the same time. And like, what a great ethical discussion that movie didn't even consider. I love Transformers.
But he
And
didn't.
I fucking hate that movie. All of them. And James Cameron.
Fair enough.
Anyway, sorry, that's my little rant about Transformers.
Spielberg always said that ultimately it's just a movie about a boy in his car, but I kind of thought it was a movie about an idiot and his CGI, really.
Nice.
Like popping a feel on Megan Fox. That's
On
all
top
it
of his car, who's autonomous. And that was a gross. That last shot, I felt like I was looking at incest.
Yeah, it's weird.
I was
It's
uncomfortable.
weird. It's like stop touching your brother's girl. Like, I'm like, no, weird.
All right, any tweets this your time before we move on?
Oh, actually, sorry.
Go ahead, go.
Oh, well, someone tweeted in, is Paul Williams. He had a question for Out with Dad. Can I ask it real quick?
Yeah, sure. After we do this, we're gonna do our favorite Super Geeked Up memories from the 100 episodes. Go ahead.
This actually had to do with a question that some fans asked earlier about who does she choose, who does Rose choose, and Paul was asking, is there any chance Rose could date both Vanessa and Claire, like a poly relationship? So.
Caitlin doesn't want to share.
No, but
Well,
I mean,
nothing against those kind of relationships at all, but I just don't think Claire would share.
She would rhyme though, apparently.
She would, right? She would turn it into a musical number. No, I don't think she would. I don't know. Would Vanessa though? I don't think Vanessa would share either.
I don't know. Vanessa's so all over the place at the moment that like maybe, but probably. I don't know.
but add to that though, don't forget that Rose has been, for all intents and purposes, raised with very sort of traditional.
Yeah.
Like, I think she might have that image of,
monogamy.
Monogamy. She might have that image of marriage, and all that kind of stuff. Like, she probably grew up with that. Like, I mean, her confusion was probably like, I'm gonna grow up, I'm gonna meet a man, and then I'll marry him, and then, but that's what made everything so confusing, right? Mm-hmm. So, a polyamorous relationship, I don't think that's likely for the characters. But I take your point though. With Vanessa, I mean, she is, if anything, her mind is more open now, and she's not aware of so many things, So, I mean, it might not be out of the world for Vanessa, but of course, it takes more than just one person for it to be in a polyamorous relationship. So, yeah, so probably that wouldn't happen. Yeah, that's my in-depth analysis.
But I just have to say that Nathan to Rose, if you feel that you want a polyamorous relationship, that's okay. I support that.
Nothing makes me for a polyamorous relationship than my father supporting it.
I would date Lindsay and Kate at the same time. Just throwing that out there, ladies.
Everyone on the chat.
Everybody, let's all do it.
Whoa.
What are we all doing? Wait, I'm next to Sean. Hang on here.
We still playing in the cage match?
I still can't see anybody, so...
Everyone versus everyone. Who survives?
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk some favorite Super Geeked Up memories from the 100 episodes that we've done. Thank you guys for watching. Again, who you're watching live, keep tweeting us at Super Geeked Up #SGU. Jonathan and Jason, you can join on this too because you have been on the show in the past. Jonathan's been on like 100 times. He's actually been on every single episode apparently, what I just said. But Diane, I think I know what you're going to say. But what are two of your favorite moments from Super Geeked Up?
My favorite moment? I mean, I think my favorite will always be the first one that Sal and I did with you guys, where we kind of did the big Geek Girl thing.
Yes, the Geek Girl episode.
Yeah. Not that it was because Mark couldn't get in the show, but not saying
That helped.
that helped.
What?
Kidding.
Aww.
But no, that's my favorite episode to this day. And my favorite tweet, I don't know, Chris Hadley just said I was pretty right now.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm referring to Mark, so I'm not sure.
Well, it's obvious, isn't it?
I know. I told him, I'm not sure what you're referring to, because obviously Mark is the prettiest.
Who else would they be referring to on this show? It's either me or me.
Mark, you have a favorite moment?
I also really liked when we did the LA Web Fest live show. That was fun.
That's when I met you for the first time in real life.
And I met Nicole in IRL for the first time.
Yeah.
Adorable.
And we had a huge hug, and I lifted her up off the ground.
No, what the fuck? She's so strong. And we played that game where we had to guess the song, and it was terrifying, but that was pretty fun.
Yeah, and then that's when we met Jason in real life, and he was like amazing at that game.
Yeah.
That's I met Jonathan for the first time too in real life.
Yeah, wait, Tanya, I met you there too.
Yeah.
We were sitting right near each other.
We were.
Right next to each other.
For the first time, and
You guys laughed at my Canadian way of saying progress.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right. Progress. I love it.
All right, Mark, you got a favorite moment?
Yeah, I mean, my favorite moment was when I got made fun of by Barry Bostwick. Hour and a half straight.
Barry Bostwick, folks, on Rocky Horror Picture Show, he played the mayor on Spin City, and he was on the show Research. He was on our show, and multiple times he made fun of Mark for Mark being stupid.
Just decimated me. But you know what? I got made fun of by a Golden Globe winner, and how many people can say that, right? No one, except for me. So yeah, that was my favorite moment. That's my march to fame right there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Badass.
Awesome. That is actually also one of my favorite moments, but I'll also choose the. And by the way, we're supposed to also talk about any favorite tweets. Diane remembered to do that. I forgot. Thank you, Diane. One of my favorite moments is, I think it's episode 77, where Tiny knows as well, the Hench episode, where the guys from Hench were crazily drunk on the episode, and it's one of the most hilarious things you'll ever see.
Yeah.
And things that come out of their mouths. Go watch that episode if you haven't. You'll get a lot of laughs out of that. And then they came out again, and they were even still crazy, even though they were sober next time.
Yeah. Evidently, that's just their natural state.
My favorite tweet.
They weren't sober though. The second time they came on, they just weren't drinking as much.
Oh, okay.
True. You're very right.
My favorite tweet has always been from @TipsyWibbles, Sarah Bricky, who, when talking about Lara Croft in a character cage match, said those #pixel tits would poke anybody's eyes out.
Oh yeah, that was so funny.
Yeah.
That was the best.
Yeah. You and I have the exact same favorite moments.
All right, cool. Good.
Yeah, Hench and that tweet and doing the live show in LA, because that's the first time I met a lot of you in person, so that was nice to hang out in real life. Almost for 2 weeks, really.
What? All right, we'll do at least one more question about with Dad, but let's get Nicole. What are your?
I think definitely meeting everyone in LA was great. I think what stands out to me is just the first time I was ever on the show, and as a co-host, and we played Name That Geeky Tune, and I was like horrible at it, like so bad, and I just remember that like in my mind, like I never want to play this game ever again. That was so bad.
And Nicole, that's precisely why that was my favorite moment. Because if I may brag for a moment, I kind of kicked ass at that.
Oh, you did. Oh yeah. That's
did,
why, like, yeah, for sure.
You know when you didn't kick ass? When you did it at Toronto Web Fest.
I know, that's the funny thing. That my worst moment was so I mean, most of the audience hasn't seen this because we weren't broadcast from the Huffington Center where Web Fest was playing. And so we just did it to an audience. There was no recording. It was just like, it was like the regular show, but it's on a stage instead of with a webcam. And so I'm like, yeah, I'll totally kick ass because I was so awesome in LA for episode 71. I'll just go up and do it. And I freaking had stage fright, and I absolutely didn't do it. It was bad. I couldn't remember freaking Jerry Goldsmith music. That's how bad it was.
Aww.
That's right. You'll get a chance to redeem yourself.
I hope so.
I really enjoyed when, in the Carrie Bresson episode, when Michael Emerson poked his head in and was like, "What are you doing?" That was a great moment.
That was cool.
That's so crazy! Oh my god! I totally just geeked out.
Nice. Jason just geeked out. Awesome.
You're totally geeked out.
Super geeked out.
Let's do at least one last Out with Dad question before we go. So I think. Can I actually ask one?
Do you want to ask it? Do you want to ask the big important question?
Oh, well, is it like what they get asked a lot, which is what's coming up next for That with Dad? Will there be more seasons? Right? Is that the one?
Yes.
So, Jason, what's coming up next for That with Dad?
Okay. So, it is. When is the next episode? That question is so specific that like we actually created a web page outwiththat.com/ when is the next episode. And but what's interesting is that after we premiered the finale of season 3, we actually were not asked that question for over 24 hours. But the question in its place was, will there be a season 4? And the answer is, I don't want to say that there is a season 4, but I am writing more. I'm writing more with the characters of Out with Dad. I am prepared to say that certainly Rose is in it, and certainly her dad is in it. And you know what? I'll throw this little nugget in, is that Alicia is in it. But that's kind of, I don't, being a lover of suspense, I don't want to say more than that.
We don't want to give it away.
But I mean, I don't know if that specifically answers the question. Is there a season 4? I don't know if what I'm writing, I don't know what medium it is. Is it more web series? Is it something else? I mean, I have a lot of projects that I want to do. In fact, I have 2 projects I want to do. And one of those projects is, I think, very different from anything ever made before. Like, it's a very different medium. And it I think, has sort of evolved into becoming more Out with Dad, so it's more of those characters. But before I do that, there's another thing that we're going to do. And but it's just so uncertain right now that I don't think it would be appropriate for me to say, because, what if I turned out to be wrong? So I'm going to keep that outwiththat.com/ when is the next episode page live, and I'll update it when there's things to say. But at the moment, I know this is kind of a cop-out answer, but I feel as though, in short, the characters are going to live on, and I'm not sure how. The stories I know, but in the medium that is yet to be determined. How was that for you?
Good.
Thanks.
True.
Thank you. Kate, I'm sure
Truth
we agree.
hates.
That's right.
We're ordering pizza right now. She's
What she does.
feeding us.
That sounds amazing. I really want pizza too.
We just had some, yeah.
Yeah, we had pizza.
I get pizza on Saturday, but I don't get it until then. So
Saturday.
I'm going to my friend's house, and he's ordering pizza for a bunch of people. We're watching a movie, so like I don't want to eat it before I go, so I have to wait until Saturday.
Next week, can we just talk about pizza the whole time?
Yes, we can.
I'll be there.
Great pizza place down the street.
We do have a bunch of tweets about people who had their favorite episodes as well. Were you going to read some, Jeff? Go ahead.
I know Dezel said his favorite when he got to be on the show, because we sometimes like to get my fans in. Crodia said whenever we read his tweets, whenever we read his tweets, it makes people laugh. Tara said when she got to actually, she suggested our changing the ending of our show, and we did it twice.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
one besides that? Tanya, yes, no? You have
yes.
other ones?
Yes, there are a few. Tara's also saying the remotes from San Diego Comic-Con. She enjoyed all of that. 2AM Bachelor and Alexander Martin saying all of the episodes with Daryl drunk. Same as us.
Can I say something?
And I think someone else said, I think it was limited release when he got to appear as well. He said he loved that episode as well.
Oh, yeah, because he was in it. Sure, of course he did.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And Chris Hadley was saying that he loved the one with the birth of the Regions podcast.
Yes, that podcast was born on our show a few weeks ago. Dawn, you have a favorite?
Yeah, as a fan, I have to say my favorite episode was the first time I was on, and it was the changing of the guard. No.
Oh, okay.
Because I
yeah.
got to be on the episode where everyone was switching out the co-host. That was a really cool moment. And then, obviously, being on tonight is always really cool. It's the show that I'm on with and the talent I'm with. I really appreciate even being on at all. So it's cool. That's, for me, is fun.
Oh, thanks, man.
Thank you.
Aw.
Very genuine. That's nice.
I'm sorry, I won't be sincere. But
No, I just surprising me.
I've got. Yeah, he thinks I'm as deep as a brick. I'm like this.
So, if you are, thank you for sharing all those moments, by the way, people on Twitter. Actually, so to be genuine, all you guys tweeting out there, many of you have been with us for many of those 100 episodes, and I know Tanya, Nicole, and I, and Diane and Mark, and all our other co-hosts are very, very grateful for that. And thank you. I mean, it would be pretty boring if we had nobody, tweeting in with us every week. So you guys make it a lot more fun, and thank you. It means a lot.
Wednesdays would be boring for me without this show, so this is really cool to be part of it, to have fun every Wednesday.
Yeah, I agree entirely. It's yeah. I remember when I first started, because I just sort of jumped in as it was already an established show, and I remember being shocked the first night, the amount of Twitter notifications that I all of a sudden started to receive. So yeah, it's been awesome. Yeah, you guys make it worth it. It's amazing.
I've been looking tonight, like we had a huge, big deal of a night for us last Thursday, and because that was the night that we had a big party, big premiere. But like literally the next morning when I woke up, I couldn't wait for tonight because I knew I was going to have a good time. So thanks guys.
Thank you so much.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you for being on. And if you are tuning in for the very first time, folks, well, you stick around and join us we do it every week. We have different web series guests on every week, and we always do goofy, fun stuff. And we have a fun time. So we'd love for you to join us. All right, so let's do some links, right? Mm-hmm. And we're gonna actually end. So we're gonna do some Out with Dad links. But if you are waiting for more Out with Dad stuff, we're gonna tell you about some more shows you can watch in the meantime that are cool. So Nicole, you want to take us out here on the last part?
Sure. Why don't we start with Jason? Why don't you just remind everyone where they can find Out with Dad, and also how they can connect with you on Twitter and Facebook as well?
Gladly. Out with Dad, the best way to watch, right now, the latest episodes that are available only on Dailymotion, but, the simplest thing is to go to outwithdad.com, and from there you'll find our Facebook and Twitter pages and Tumblr as well. And in all cases, it's, /outwithdad or @outwithdad. It's the same kind of thing. But I also just want to mention that I was also co-director on Pete Winning and the Pirates. And just today, it's 1 o'clock now, just yesterday, episode 3 dropped, and so that's the show that Mike Donis is the creator of, and I'm really, really proud of his. I was not involved in post-production at all. It's making the second season in post, and I'm really proud that I got to direct some of it, and so also check out Pete Winning and the Pirates.
Awesome.
Google it. I'm trying to find it.
Awesome. All right. What about Diane? Why don't you tell everyone a little bit about where people can find you as well?
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you for having me back. I'll be very briefly. I missed the people tweeting, so hi to everybody who was tweeting me all night. You can find me at defectivegeeks.com. I do a weekly podcast with my best friends, I guess. We're all girls, and we all talk about our lives and geeky stuff and things that are important to us, things that are happening in the geek community. And sometimes we do stuff on YouTube, too, when we're not being lazy. So come check us out. DefectiveGeeks.com, and you can tweet at me at punkagogo.
Very cool. And Mark, what about you? Where can people find you? And what are you doing next?
What am I doing next? Nothing. Well, no. My next thing is we're planning a trip for my stepson to Disney World next week, so like that's my big thing. It's a surprise. Me and my wife are giving him, so like that's my big, that's our big thing right now is keeping it a secret. So, but other than that, nothing. People can find me at M.A. Pizzula, M as in Mark, A, P as in Peter, E-Z-Z-U-L-A on Twitter, and that's what people can do.
Hey, and Mark, this is my first chance. I actually we've never met in person, but I just wanted to take the opportunity to say that I love your work in Super Knocked Up. I think it's such a really the show is a comedy at its core, but I mean I really like that there's a real sense of drama and there's an integrity to that drama, and I really feel like you really sell that, and so I just want to say well done, man.
Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. Like Jeff can tell you, I'm always kind of did I do okay? Am I alright? I feel I don't know what I can do with this. But when I hear that, it really means a lot to me. So thank you very much. It's really great.
And also probably because I usually tell me sucks. So.
Yes, it's just man, what are you doing? You're awful. Sorry, Jeff.
Mediocre, what you did there.
Thank you, though. Thank you so much.
And Jonathan, what about you? Aside from Out with Dad, what else are you working on?
What Jason was talking about, Pete Winning the Pirates, you can catch me in a cameo role as the pirate Jacques Cartier in Season 2, Episode 2. And I'm also playing Uncle Bruce in a show called Halfhead, which is in post-production now, that Adrian Ellis from Out with Dad was involved in as well. And that'll be coming online in a couple of months. And, of course, you'll be able to see me as Nathan again in the Super Mashed Up episode coming out extremely soon. And you can find me at VJRobbins on Twitter.
Awesome. And then, Tanya, what about you?
You can see me in Asset the Series on jts.tv/asset. I believe it's just at Asset the Series. Yes.
And then also I should say, too, that for Caitlin, Kate, and Lindsay, we're going to have their Twitters available in the description on YouTube, so you can find them online as well. After the show...
Well, let's give them out. If they want to give them out now, let's do that.
Give them out, too.
Caitlin, are you on Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to interrupt on Lindsay and Kate's behalf.
I know mine.
They're so not Twitter users. Caitlin has been rocking the Twitter lately.
I gave up Facebook for 5 days, and I fell in love with Twitter. Oops.
So what's your Twitter handle?
At Katie Medrick. CAITYMEDREK.
Awesome. That was like the cutest Twitter handler giving I've ever seen.
That really was.
Thank you.
Very cool. Very cool. And you can check out my series, progressseries.com, the spin-off series, jts.tv/harlot. Actually, I have a cameo in that, and I think that episode's actually up tonight. Diane has a cameo in that. She's hilarious. So if you want to see us in our acting roles, you can check it out, jts.tv/harlot. And then, Jeff, why don't you tell us where people can watch Super Knocked Up and where people can connect with Frostbite Pictures?
Sure, Super Knocked Up is at superknockedup.com, where the YouTube channel you're watching this very minute, SKU web series, is also where you can get all the past episodes of the show you're watching now, Super Geeked Up. Frostbite Pics, which is our awesome parent company, is at frostbitepictures.com or at frostbitepics on Twitter. I want to also just share a couple of tweets we got in from some of our fans. Chris Hadley says, "Thank you so much for 100 great episodes and many great, amazing moments on SG. Love you guys so much." And Necrodia said, "In all seriousness, I'm glad I've been around for probably half of these shows. It's been a fun ride so far." Thank you, guys.
Oh, and really quick, Sean, I forgot. Please give your for your links to your show.
Sean,
I'm sorry.
I'm literally the redheaded stepchild. Thank you.
I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry.
No, it's okay. You know, you've done that twice to me.
Oh, but I remembered you, and I remembered like the crib, and I remembered other stuff. So
the crib in the background. No crib at this house. You can see King of Fitness at kingoffittnesstv.com, or most importantly this weekend is Miami Web Fest here in South Florida. Got a lot of really great stuff going on. I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of the creators and introducing people from here in the South Florida area that are filmmakers and content curators, bringing everybody together for fun. I wish you were all here. Please come for next year. We're going to have so much fun.
And on Saturday, 1 p.m. at Miami Web Fest, we're doing Super Geeked Up Live. This gentleman's going to co-host with me, and Darren Murphy from Timekeeper Show. So come out for that, folks, if you're on the fest. It's going to be awesome.
That's going to be an amazing time. That's going to be great.
Yeah, it will be. All right, cool. So I think that's everybody, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So thank you, everybody. First, I want to definitely thank Nicole, Tanya, Diane, Mark, Jordan, and Giselle, who are not here, but who have co-hosted in the past. Thank you guys so much. It's been an absolute blast doing this with you guys. It's so much fun, and I can't wait to do another 100, 500, whatever episodes.
1,000 more episodes.
Yes. All right. Good.
I'm coming back for episode 1,000.
Awesome. We better start doing them every day of the week then.
We don't need sleep. It's fine.
Huge thanks to Out with Dad. Thank you, everybody, you guys so much.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you to all the Out with Dad fans who watched our show live, who sent in your questions. I hope you had some fun. Oh, there's Kate finally back. Oh, she's like sleeping. I don't know what she's doing.
I'm awake.
Very early, so she's a tired girl.
I'm awake now. Who wants to build a puzzle?
All right, so let's. What we like to do, guys, at the end of the show, we're all going to say in unison when I point at the screen, Super Geeked Up, okay?
Okay.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
All right.
It could be the first time in 100 episodes that we can actually pull this off.
Wrong. I was getting it wrong.
Right. Maybe you're right, Jonathan. We'll try really hard to get it right. All right. As always, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tweeting in, all the fans out there. We'll be back next week, episode 101. We're on our way to our next 100 next week at same time as always, 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific on Wednesday. And until next week, remember, stay. Yeah.